Kingdom Global Ministries experiences the greatest year in its history. 2014, God allowed us to move to higher levels of reach and influence while expanding the kingdom. In January, KGM hosted the first Evening to Remember event. Many friends and partners were gathered to learn about our mission and vision and to connect with one another. Many artists donated pieces for its silent auction, and several partners of the ministry were publicly recognized for their contribution to KGM. In January, KGM also hosted 48 leaders for the Council of Elders Fellowship and Training. They were discipled on the topic of the Holy Spirit for 3 days. The group included pastors and business leaders. In May, Pastor Frank Akins hosted the KGM Africa Conference in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Leaders from 8 African nations were present and were trained and empowered in their own ministries. Kingdom People, publishers, also sponsored a Complete Man Conference in Lagos, Nigeria. In June, Kingdom Global Ministries sponsored the Telias Men's Mega Summit in partnership with New Life Community Church. In Oxnard, California, 800 men from 17 churches gathered for 2 days of worship, training, and altar ministry. Telias Men's Summits create incredible momentum for leaders and pastors to minister to men in their local churches. KGM sponsored, this was also in June, the short-term youth missions trip to Uganda. Through partnership with Feet That Move, over 2,000 people watched the Jesus film, had their feet washed, and received shoes. September, the KGM World Connect Conference was held in Newport Beach, California. Global leaders from 34 nations arrived for 2 days of focused training, as well as 3 additional conference days with many KGM friends and partners. It was an incredible gathering. The program included dance groups from Brazil and Australia, as well as incredible speakers and teachers. Over 24 individuals were ordained into the ministry. Many kingdom connections and relationships were formed during the KGM World Connect Conference. In addition, 2014 was a year of extensive ministry in the nation of Brazil. Debbie and Larry spoke at 30 different conferences for men, women, and pastors and leaders. Approximately 100,000 individuals were ministered to in live sessions. Over 500,000 people were ministered to through online videos, television, and radio broadcasts. KGM sponsored 2 Telias Men's Mega Summits in Brazil in the cities of Americana and Palmas. Summits faithfully reproduced the DNA of the original concept birthed in the United States. Men's ministry in Brazil was virtually non-existent, but now leaders and pastors are being encouraged and equipped to sponsor men's spiritual gatherings. We know that if men are transformed, the church and society will also be transformed. In Brazil, Debbie created and hosted a meeting named Women of Significant Influence. Debbie developed a relationship with 32 women of influence in ministry, business, and health in Brazil beginning in 2011. The purpose of the gathering was to introduce women to other influential businesswomen to unify their influences toward a cause and purpose. After this unique gathering, many relationships were formed. New kingdom impact was created, transcending denominational and prejudicial barriers. We thank God for open doors to build His kingdom around the globe. We look forward to connecting and growing many more leaders, pastors, and individuals. 2014 was an incredible year of ministry, and we just want you to join us in giving praise to God for what He has done in 2014, looking forward to even greater things in 2015.